1979, Ridley Scott and Dan O'Bannon, yes, the same Dan O'Bannon who would 6 years later direct Return of the Living Dead, would bring a sci-fi horror film to theaters with the tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream." Maybe that's true, but for those in attendance at the premiere on May 25, 1979, those screams can still be heard today. That's a testament to the 4-decade-long legacy this movie has left on the film industry. It changed the landscape of sci-fi horror. No longer would we dismiss the extraterrestrial menace as just a man in a silly rubber suit. No, this time the alien threat was to be taken serious, because if you didn't, you were dead. The movie was a breakout role for a young Sigourney Weaver as Ellen Ripley. In a time when the final girl trope was running rampant through horror, Ripley separated herself by not just being a survivor, but a warrior. It was a role that would establish the strong female lead and be inspiration for Linda Hamilton's Sarah Connor in 1984's Terminator. Now, the movie has quite possibly one of the most legendary and shocking moments in film history, the infamous Chessburster Scene. Now, what made this scene feel so organic and so real was because it was. Prior to filming the scene, which was shot in just one take, William Hurt, who plays Kane, knew how the scene would go down, but none of his fellow actors and actresses knew how and when the scene would take place. So when William Hurt began to convulse and gasp in pain, the other actors thought he was suffering from a really bad food allergy. The scene was so brutal, so real, that it caused Veronica Cartwright to fall over and go into a fit of hysterics. But now on to what we're all really here for. The alien, right? Thought so. Now what made that creature so terrifying was all thanks to the designs of legendary artist H.R. Geiger. His designs for the xenomorph made the perfect killing machine. It was dark, menacing, and sleek. It blended into the shadows, and it was as if every inch of its body was a living, breathing weapon used to tear its victims apart. It also helped that they had a 7-foot-tall trained mime actor, Bolaji Badeo, to portray the alien. It wasn't just his tall, slender frame that made the creature utterly terrifying. It was also in how he moved while in the suit. Every moment for his 4 minutes of screen time had profound meaning. Now, before 1991's Silence of the Lambs, this movie just may be the most critically acclaimed horror film of all time, winning 18 awards out of 22 nominations. It launched the careers of Sigourney Weaver and Ridley Scott, and it's one of the most culturally significant films of all time, inspiring video games like Metroid and Dead Space, and even the Chessburster Scene was parodied in 1987's Spaceballs. This movie left a monstrous footprint on the world of sci-fi and horror, and it's still adding to its legend today through comics, film, and even a rumored television series. It's safe to say that the Alien franchise is going to be around for a long, long time. I just want to say thank you guys for joining me again for another episode of the 60 Days of Fright. It's been your old buddy John, and I'll see you again next time on Behind the Feeds. Ooh, ooh.